Hi Tamelia, thanks for agreeing to give your tips and advice on writing your dissertation. So my first question is where to begin?
Okay, well firstly I think you need to choose a topic that you're interested in, because then you'll want to research into it in depth and you'll enjoy it, and you want to find out the answers, and it will help you do your research justice. And it is over a long period of time, about 5 months, so I think it has to sustain your interest, so I think first of all that's very important.
Yep, sounds good. How did you go about carrying out your research?
I was lucky because I already had a connection with the school, so I sort of had a say over what year groups I wanted to be in and what days I wanted to be in. But either way, I think it's important to make it clear from the start what you have to do over the duration of time that you're in the school. So set dates almost instantly for interviews or time out the classroom to look at policies or for observations, so then they know that your research is your priority, and then you can give them days that you are there to help in the classroom as well.
Thank you. How did you go about, or what tips do you have on the organisation of your research?
Well, we were actually given a sort of timeline which I sort of edited, but even now I recommend drafting a timeline because it breaks up your research into small manageable tasks with deadlines for them, and I think it helps to keep on top of the big load that you have.
How did you make sense of the data that you collected?
That was a section I struggled with because you do get so much raw data, and it is hard not to go off on a tangent. So what helped for me is having my research aim and my subsidiary questions in front of me, and then highlighting what was relevant, what helped answer them questions alone, and that helped keep the research focused.
Thanks. I can see you've got a lovely colourful folder there in front of you,
Yeah.
jam-packed full of stuff. What use was that?
Well, this was actually my son's, and I thought it'd be a good idea to use it to store all my research into it. So I actually split it up, parts of my dissertation. I split up the sections, so I had a section for my literature review, a section for the methodology, and anything relevant would go underneath the sections, because you're pulling out data from placement, you're pulling it from your laptop with journals and books, and it's hard to keep it safe and not get lost, and put it underneath the relevant sections helped for me. So then when it comes to writing up a draft of it, you can look underneath the sections. So
Yeah, sounds sensible. What about writing it up?
Well, there's certain things that are recommended, such as leaving your abstract till last, because it's an overview of the whole research, and doing your literature review first, because you can gain an understanding of your topic and what's already been researched, and you can see how others have actually carried out similar studies to your own. So this can, as well as finding out what key authors and experts are in the field, it can also help inform your own research through looking at how they have collected data and whether it has gave them valid results.
Sounds really useful, thank you. And did you find your supervision sessions useful? How did you
Yes.
manage them?
I think that was very useful. We set dates in advance, so when I went I knew what I wanted to talk about, and I'd have questions prepared beforehand, so that sort of maximises the time that you have with them. And I think it's important to make the most of your supervision time and to prepare questions beforehand, and also get an understanding of their style with marking. For example, some may want emphasis on a more of an academic style, whereas others may want more placement or more experience in there but backed up academically, so you can sort of find out what they want.
That's really useful, thanks very much.
Thank you.